Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is such a pleasure to see you tonight. This is our 8th annual Frederick Douglass Oratorical Contest and Andrew Turner Art Competition. Thank you so very much for coming. And to honor yourselves, give yourselves, please, a round of applause. We started this platform some years ago to showcase our students' intelligences in this area. We are so often looking at report cards where we see grades for math and science and all that kind of thing. But those other talents that our children are born with, we don't always get a grade for them the way we would like. And so this opportunity here is a chance for us to see some of the intelligences of our children, and they never, ever, ever disappoint. So I want to say thank you to parents, to teachers and young people, all of you who have worked so very hard to make this evening a success. And we have a bit of a surprise tonight. There is a spirit who has come here to help us celebrate Frederick Douglass and the work that he has done. And at this point, I will have her come in and say a little bit about herself. You would probably recognize her as being an abolitionist. She was once a slave, but did amazing work.
Hello, Chester, the place where William Penn first lived. I was born a slave in March 1822, not too far from here, in Dorchester County, Maryland. My name is Ariamita Rose. As a slave, I worked in a big house, as a child and in the fields when I was older. One day, an overseer threw a heavy metal weight as a slave, but hit my head instead. I suffered from extreme headaches and dizziness. The rest of my life. I married John Tubman and later changed my name to Harriet. As a slave, I always dreamed of being free. There were two things I had a right to: liberty or death. If I could not have one, I would not have the other. In 1849, I escaped to Pennsylvania, traveling by night and in secrecy, with the help of the Underground Railroad. I made 30 trips back south and rescued approximately 70 slaves and never lost a single passenger. God was good and still is. The people nicknamed me Black Moses.
Thank you, Harriet. Thank you for coming to visit us this evening and welcoming our celebration for Frederick Douglass. And now, let me turn the rest of our evening over to our illustrious mistress of ceremony for the afternoon, Ms. Amanda Johnson. She has been newly elected on the school board for our Chester Upland School District. Please say hello to Amanda.
The meatball sub, and y'all kind of like, all right, we're gonna make it. But I just need y'all to hang in there because we got some good stuff happening tonight. I love to see when our youth are coming, because nights like this are building blocks for them to show them what they can really do. So we got to make sure we show them love so that they know that they're doing an awesome job. So to stand on that stage, just to get on the stage, you did an awesome job. So we didn't have to say a word yet. Just to stand on the stage and be able to present is an awesome job. So, all right, we gotta get this blood circulating. So when I say see, y'all say pride. See? Pride. Okay. Okay, be quiet. Be quiet. I was just testing y'all. All right, one more time. When I say see, you say pride. See? Pride. See? Pride. All right, y'all are ready to they do, how they do it. They're doing a great job, and we got to show them love. All right? All right, let's get started. So first up, we are going to ask Assistant Principal Brown to come front and center. Come on, let's try.
Thank you, Ms. Amanda. I want to take this opportunity to welcome our distinguished guests, parents, and most of all, our scholars to Showater Academy. On behalf of Principal Benjamin Bell and the Showater staff and students, we hope you enjoy this evening in our facility. And as Ms. Amanda said, keep the energy going, because again, they are our future scholars. Thank you.
All right, so as you can see on the sign on the wall, we have two different events going on today. First, we're going to start off with the Andrew Turner Art Competition, and then we will roll over into our Frederick Oratorical Contest. So, if you can see on the side, these are the art presentations that have been previously posted and judged. You'll see 3K, Division 1, represents the 1st through 3rd grade, Division 2, represents 4th and 6th grade, Division 3, 7th through 8th grade, and 4th is the high school, 9th through 12th grade. So I am going to actually announce the winners for the art competition, and then we'll go over to the oratorical. All right? If I mess up any one thing, please feel free to yell at me so that we can get it right. Because you never know who our next star will be. We want to make sure we get their name right, all right? So if I mess it up, you fix it up. I need y'all help tonight, all right? All right, so as far as the art competition, we want to congratulate Bill Brown. Come on, let's give it up. One of our winners tonight, and Veronica Batter. Renal Farick. And Deborah Amato are our art winners for this evening. Please feel free to take a look, and you will see the display of the banners on the first, second, and third places, okay? All right, it is time for the oratorical contest. Get that energy chart for our young people that are going to come up. But first, we want to welcome our judges for this evening. We want to thank Judge Dr. Jackie Irving. Thank you so much, ladies. And next, we want to thank Attorney Steve Norman Jr. Thank you. We may have two additional judges joining us, and if they join us, we will thank them at that time. All right, so this is what we're going to do because we want to keep the train moving. So, if you are in pre-K, we are asking that you come on up to the front of the stage if you are a speaker for pre-K. Now, if you are a speaker for while he's preparing to do his speech, I would also like those from Division 1, grades 1 through 3 to prepare. So before we get to the next one, we just want to make sure you're prepared so we're just not waiting for everybody to go to the side. But you're already focused on getting to the side, okay? He's ready. He's like, we're now. Pre-K and kindergarten eyes are together. All right, we have a kindergartner coming on. Uh-oh. See, he is straight up. All right, go on up and have a seat. Come on up. Go up and have a seat. They is ready. Okay. All right. Okay. You give me that? Thank you so much. All right, Mr. Cameron is ready to give his speech, so let's give him a
Good evening. My name is Cameron Dingle. I'm the son of pre-K class. Liberty is not a device or experiment, but a law of nature. Freedom from the West Indies, August 2nd, 1859.
thank you. They are ready. I'm loving it. All right, come on, let's get them
My name is Umar Abdul-Sabor. I'm in Miss Bradley's kindergarten class at Main Street Elementary. America, I say to you, put away your race prejudice. Banish the idea that one class must rule over another. Recognize the fact the rights of the humblest citizens are worthy of protection, of those are the highest. Do this, America, and your race problems will be solved. Lessons of the Hour speech, Frederick Douglass.
All right, now if this is just getting started, I'm excited about the rest of this night. All right, we're going to ask Division 1, grades 1 through 3, if you could go ahead and line up.
Do we have all of these, our young people from pre-K and K? Okay, so we want to give their awards to them. Please come up. Stand right here. If anyone would like to take pictures for them, get ready. Stand right here. You all can take a seat. Stand right here. Stand right here. Look that way. Thank you.
at Main Street Elementary. I am pleased to present you an excerpt from Frederick Douglass, What the Black Man Once Speaks, April 1865. Why African Negro is not benevolence, not pity, not sympathy, but simply justice. The American provides arson, anxious, motivated on your life. General Bates was distressed, was listening, asking what is up with the Negro. Everybody has to ask the question. And then let's ask it early, abolitionist. What shall we do with Negro? I'd have a wonders from the beginning. Do nothing with them. Greetings. My name is Sakina Abdul-Sabor. I am in the first grade at Main Street Elementary School. I present to you today an excerpt from Lessons of the Hour speech by Frederick Douglass, January 1894. But how can this problem of the Negro be solved? I will tell you how it cannot be solved. It cannot be solved by keeping the Negro poor, degraded, ignorant, and half-starved, as is now being done by the southern states. It cannot be done by keeping the wages of the labor backed by fraud, as is now being done by the landlords of the South. It cannot be done by box stuffing, by falsifying license returns, or by confusing the Negro voters by cutting the license. It cannot be done by repealing all federal laws enacted to secure an honest election. It can, however, be done, and very easily done, for where there is a will, there is a way. Let the white people of the North and South conquer their prejudices. Thank you.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Javante Green. I'm in the 3rd grade in Mrs. Pennant's class at Main Street Elementary. I present to you an excerpt from What to the Slaves the 4th of July by Frederick Douglass. Fellow citizens, pardon me and allow me to ask why my cause to speak here today. What have I or those I represent to do with your national independence? Are the great principles of political freedom and of natural justice embodied by the Declaration of Independence extended to us? And am I therefore called upon to bring our humble offering to the national altar and to confess the benefits and express deep gratitude for the blessings resulting from your independence to us? Would be to God, both for your sakes and ours, that an affirmative answer could be truthfully returned to these questions. That will my task be light and my burden easy and delightful. But such is not the state of the case. I say it with a sad sense of disparity between us. I am not included within the pale of glorious anniversary. Your high independence only reveals the immeasurable distance between us. Fellow citizens, above your national and tumultuous joy, I hear the mournful wail of millions whose chains, heavy and grievous, yesterday are today rendered more intolerable by the jubilant shouts that reach them. Thank you.
I'm 8 years old in the 3rd grade at Main Street Elementary School. I present to you
an excerpt from Frederick speech, The Race Problem, delivered in October 1890. I shall endeavor to only say what I believe to be a truth upon what is popularly called the Negro problem. My first thought respects the importance of calling things by their true names. This importance cannot be overestimated or overstated. It has well been said that in a important sense, words are things. They're especially when they're important to express the popular sentiment concerning Negro. To couple his name with anything in this world seems to damage it and him likewise. Hence, I object to characterization subsisting between the white and colored people of this country as the Negro problem, as if the Negro participated in that problem, as if the Negro were any way responsible for the problem. Doggerels by any other name means nothing. It is not in good taste to give a name that suggests offensive associations.
Good evening, judges, administrators, and audience members. My name is Messiah Garcia, and I present this evening an excerpt from Frederick's speech, A Friendly Word to Maryland, November 1864. The great mistake of the past has been the treatment of colored men as exceptions. Principles of law and justice readily applied to other men have been held to be inapplicable to them. Liberty held to be the natural condition for other men has been denied to the blacks or considered a doubtful experiment. The elective franchise, enjoyed by all of the classes, native and naturalized, has been withheld from men of color. So also was the right to hold office and sit on juries. The time has arrived for this principle of exclusion to be abandoned by the state of Maryland, especially in respect to the elective franchise. If the Negro knows enough to pay taxes, he knows enough to vote. If the Negro can form an opinion respecting the claims of rival candidates and parties, and knows good from evil, as all your laws concerning his conduct imply, he knows enough to vote. If he knows an honest man from a thief, he knows enough to vote. If he knows enough to commit crime and to be hanged or imprisoned, he knows enough to vote. If he knows enough to fight for his country when assailed by invasion abroad or rebellion at home, he knows enough to vote. Talking about his ignorance, degradation, and civility. He is a man, and if he knows as much when sober as the Irishman knows when drunk, he knows enough to vote alone, establish American usage. If it is only a conventional right, you do as a conventional wrong and code. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Lamila Gordon. I am in the 3rd grade at Main Street Elementary, and I bring to you this evening an excerpt from Frederick Douglass's speech, The Race Problem, delivered on October 21st, 1890. The true problem is not the Negro, but the nation. Not the law-abiding blacks of the South, but the white men of that section, who, by fraud, violence, and persecution, are breaking the law, trampling on the Constitution, corrupting the ballot
is whether these white ruffians shall be allowed by the nation to go on and end their lawless and nefarious career, dishonoring the government and making its very own name a mockery. It is whether this nation has in itself sufficient moral stamina to maintain its own honor and integrity by vindicating its own constitution and fulfilling its own pledges, or whether it has already touched that dry rot of moral dependence, on which nations decline to fall and governments gain advantage. The United States government made the Negro a citizen. Will it protect him as a citizen? This is a problem. It made him a soldier. Will it honor him as a patriot? This is a problem. It made him a voter. Will it defend his right to vote? This is a problem. This, I say, is more problem for the nation than for the Negro. This is the side of the question, far more than the other, which should be kept in view by the American people. Thank you. Hi, my name is Steve Joy from Coosa Elementary School, and I will be presenting an excerpt from Frederick Douglass. I have had one idea for the last 3 years to present to the American people. I am for the immediate, unconditional, and universal enfranchisement of black men in every state in the Union. Without this, his liberties are mockery. Without this, his men will retain the old name of slavery. For his condition, for in fact, if he is not the slave of the individual master, he is the slave of society, and holds his liberty as a privilege, not as a right. It may be objected, however, that this president of the Negro's right to suffer is premature. I do not agree with this. I fear that if he fails to do it now, we may not see for centuries to come. The same disposition that exists at this moment. And it may be asked, why do you want it? We want it because it is our right. First of all, no class of man without the top of the old nature, you can tell with any deprivation of the rights. If the Negro knows enough to pay taxes to support the government, he knows enough to vote. Taxation and representation should go together. Thank you.
To you an excerpt from Frederick Douglass' speech, What the Black Man Wants, April 1865. The honor of a nation is an important thing. It is said in the scriptures, what doeth a profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul? It may be said also, what doeth a profit a nation if he gains the whole world but loses honor? I hold that the American government has taken upon itself a solemn obligation of honor to see that this war, let it be long or short, let it cost much or let it cost little, that this war shall not cease until every free man at the South has the right to vote. There is something too mean as looking upon the Negro when you are in trouble as a citizen and when you are free from trouble as an alien. When this nation was in trouble in its early struggles, it looked upon the Negro as a citizen. In 1776, he was a citizen. At the time of the formation of the Constitution, the Negro had the right to vote, and 11 states out of the all 13. And your trouble, you have made us citizens. In 1812, General Jackson addressed us as citizens, fellow citizens. He wanted us to fight. We were citizens then, and now, when you come to frame a conscription bill,
4th through 6th graders to come up. Division 2, 4th through 6th graders. So come on, let's give them that positive following grade, Division 3 will be next. So 7 through 9, you can be prepared. Once division is grade 7.
Good evening, administrators, parents, students, and esteemed guests. My name is Aziza Dushor, and I will be reciting a portion of Frederick Douglass's Dispute of the Dred Scott decision, delivered May 14, 1857. This infamous decision of the slave-holding wing of the Supreme Court maintained that slaves are within the contemplation of the Constitution of the United States property, that slaves are property, in the same sense that horses, sheep, and swine are property, that the old doctrine that slavery is a creature of local law is false, that the right of the slaveholder to his slave does not depend upon local law, but is secure wherever the Constitution of the United States extends, that Congress has no right to prohibit slavery anywhere, that slavery may go in safety anywhere under the Star-Spangled Banner, that colored persons of African descent have no rights that white men are bound to respect, that colored men of African descent are not and cannot be citizens of the United States. You will readily ask me how I am affected by this devilish decision, this judicial incarnation of wolfishness? My answer is, and no thanks to the slave-holding wing of the Supreme Court, my hopes were never brighter than now. I have no fear that the national conscience will be put to sleep by such an open, glaring, and scandalous tissue of lies as that decision is and has been over and over shown to be. The Supreme Court of the United States is not the only power in this world. It is very great, but the Supreme Court of the Almighty is greater. Judge Cheney can do many things, but he cannot perform impossibilities. He cannot bail out the ocean, annihilate this firm old earth, or pluck the silvery star of liberty from our northern sky. He may decide and decide again, but he cannot reverse the decisions of the Most High. He cannot change the essential nature of things, making evil good and good evil. Happily, for the whole human family, their rights have been defined, decided, and declared in a court higher than the Supreme Court. There is a law, says Brougham, above all enactments of human codes. And by that law, unchangeable and eternal, man cannot hold property in man. Thank you very much.
Good evening, administrators, classmates, and esteemed guests. My name is Jasmina Talley, and I am a 5th grade student at Main Street Elementary School. I will present to you an excerpt from Frederick Douglass's speech, The Dred Scott Decision, delivered May 14, 1857. It may, however, be asked if the Constitution was so framed that the rights of all people were naturally protected by it. How happens it that a large part of the people have been held in slavery ever since its adoption? Have the people mistaken the requirements of their own Constitution? The answer is right. The Constitution is one thing, its administration is another. And in this instance, a very different and opposite thing. I am here to vindicate the law. not the administration of the law. It is the written Constitution, not the unwritten Constitution that is now before us. If in the whole range of the Constitution you can find no warrant for slavery, then we may properly claim it for liberty. It may be said that it is quite true that the Constitution was designed to secure the blessings of liberty and justice to the people who made it, and to the posterity of the people who made it, but was never designed to do any such thing for the colored people of African descent. This is Judge Taney's argument and is Mr. Garrison's argument, but it is not the argument of the Constitution. The Constitution imposes no such mean and satanic limitations upon its own beneficent operation. The Constitution knows all the human inhabitants of this country as the people. It makes, as I have said before, no discrimination in favor of or against any class of the people, but is fitted to protect and preserve the rights of all, without reference to color, size, or any physical peculiarities. Besides, it has been shown by William Goodall and others that in 11 out of the old 13 states, colored men were legal voters at the time of the adoption of the Constitution. In conclusion, let me say, all I ask of the American people is that they live up to the Constitution, adopt its principles, imbibe its spirits, and enforce its provisions. When this is done, the wounds of my bleeding people will be healed. The chain will no longer rest on their ankles. The backs will no longer be torn by the bloody lash. And liberty, the glorious birthright of our common humanity, will become the inheritance of all the human inhabitants of this highly favored country. Thank you.
Hello, good evening. My name is Nick LeBeau. I am a fourth grader from Main Street Elementary. I present to you an excerpt from Frederick Douglass's 4th of July speech, 1852. What to the American slave is your 4th of July? I answer, a day that reveals to him more than all other days in the year, the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is the constant victim. To him, your celebration is a sham. Your boasted liberty and unholy license, your national brightness, soaring vanity, your sounds of rejoicing are empty and heartless. Your domestics are tyrants, restaurants and impudence, your shouts of liberty and equality. Hollow mockery, your prayers and hymns, your sermons and thanksgiving, all your religious parade and solemnity are to him. Your bombast, fraud, deception, impiety, and hypocrisy. As then vow to cover up crimes which are disgrace and nation of savages. There is not a nation on this earth guilty of practice, more shocking and petty than are the people of these United States at this very hour. Go where you may, search where you will, roam through all the monarchies and despotism of the old world. Travel through South America, search out every abuse, and when you have found the last, lay your fast by side of the everyday practices of this nation, and you will say with me that for revolting barbarity and shameless hypocrisy, America reigns without a rival. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Shane Wilmore. I'm a 4th grade student at Main Street Elementary, and Ms. Ratcliffe is my teacher. I present to you from Frederick Douglass's speech, Lessons of the Hour. There is one thing, however, in which I think we shall all agree at the start. It is the so-called, but miscalled, Negro problem is one of the most important and urgent subjects that can now engage in public attention. It is worthy of most earnest consideration of every patriotic American citizen. Its solution involves the honor or dishonor, glory or shame, happiness or misery of the whole American people. It involves more. It touches deeply, not only the good name or fame of the Republic, but its highest moral welfare and its permanent safety. Plainly enough, the burden involved is great, obvious, and increasing, and should be removed without delay. The presence of 8 million people in any section of this country, constituting a green class, spreading under terrible wrongs, deny the exercise of most commonest rights of humanity, regarded by the ruling class in that section as outside of the government, outside of the law, and outside of society, having nothing in common with the people who they live. The sport of mob violence and murder is not only a disgrace and scandal to that particular section, but a menace to the peace and security of the people of the whole country. Thank you.
Good evening, esteemed audience. My name is Jacob Green, and I attend Toby Farms Intermediate School, and I will recite an excerpt from Frederick Douglass's speech. Wood to the slave is the 4th of July. Fellow citizens, there is no matter in respect to which the people of the North have allowed themselves to be so ruinously imposed upon as that of the pro-slavery character of the Constitution. In that instrument I hold, there is neither warrant, license, nor sanction of the hateful thing, but interpreted as it ought to be interpreted. The Constitution is a glorious liberty document. Read its preamble, consider its purposes. Is slavery among them? Is it at the gateway? Or is it in the temple? It is neither. While I do not intend to argue this question on the present occasion, let me ask if it be not somewhat singular that if the Constitution were intended to be, by its framers and adopters, a slave-holding instrument, why neither slavery, slave-holding, nor slave can anywhere be found in it. Now there are certain rules of interpretation. For the proper understanding of all legal instruments, these rules are well established. They are plain, common sense rules such as you and I and all of us can understand and apply without having past years in the study of law. I scout the idea that the question of the constitutionality or unconstitutionality of slavery is not a question for the people. I hold that every American citizen has a fight to form an opinion of the Constitution and to propagate that opinion and to use all honorable means to make his opinion the prevailing one. I have detained my audience entirely too long. At some future period, I will gladly avail myself of an opportunity to give the subject a full and fair discussion. Allow me to say in conclusion, notwithstanding the dark picture, I have this day presented of the state of the nation. I do not despair of this country. Thank you.
Showa. I'm a 6th grade student at Toby Farms Intermediate School. I present to you this evening an excerpt from Frederick Douglass's speech, The Hypocrisy of American Slavery, 1852. Am I to argue that it is wrong to make men brutes, to rob them of their liberty, to work them without wages, to keep them ignorant of their relations to their fellow men, to beat them with sticks, to flay their flesh with the lash, to load their limbs with iron, to hunt them with dogs, to sell them at auctions, to sunder their families, to knock out their teeth, to burn their flesh, to starve them into obedience and submissions to their master? Must I argue that a system thus marked with blood and stained with pollution is wrong? No, I will not. I have better employment for my time as just as such argument would imply. There is not a man beneath the canopy of heavens who does not know that slavery is wrong for him. Whether we turn to the declaration of the past or the professions of the present, the conduct of the nation seems equally hideous and revolting. America is false to the past, false to the present, and solely binds herself to be false to the future. Standing with God in the crushed, bleeding slaves on this occasion, I will, in the name of humanity, which is outraged, in the name of liberty, which is fettered in the name of the Constitution and the Bible, which are disregarded and trampled upon, dare to call in questions and denounce with all emphasis. I can command everything that serves to perpetuate slavery, the greatest sin and shame of America. I will not equivocate. I will not excuse. I will use the severest language that I can command. And yet, not one word shall escape me that any man whose judgment is now blinded by prejudice or is not at heart a slaveholder shall not confess to be right and just. At a time like this, scorching irony, not convincing argument is needed. Oh, had I the ability and could I reach the nation's ear, I would today pour out a fiery stream of biting ridicule, blasting reproach, withering sarcasm, and stern rebuke. For there's not light that is needed for fire, for it is not the gentle shower, but thunder. We need the storm, the whirlwind, the earthquake, the feeling of the nation needs to be quickened. The conscience of the nation needs to be startled. The propriety of the nation needs to be exposed. The feeling of the nation needs to be quickened. The conscience of the nation needs to be roused. The propriety of the nation needs to be startled. The hypocrisy of the nation needs to be exposed. The crimes against God and any man will be denounced. What to the American slave is your 4th of July? I answer, a day that reveals to him more than any other day of the year. The gross injustice and cruelty to which he is the constant victim. To him, your celebration is a sham.
Hi, my name is Amina Pittman. I'm from Coosa Elementary. The gentle sentiment of
and I will be reciting a Frederick Douglass excerpt. What I ask for, the Negro, simply justice. The American people have always been anxious to know what they shall do with us. I have had but one answer: do nothing with us. If the apples cannot be made on the tree of their own strength, and if they are working at the core, and if they are early ripe and disposed to fall, let them fall. I am not for tying or fastening them on the tree, except by nature's plan. And if they will not stay there, let them fall. And if the Negro cannot stand on his own 2 legs, let him fall also. All I ask is to give him a chance to stand on his own legs. And if the Negro cannot live by the line of eternal justice, the fall will not be yours. It will be his who made the Negro. And if you will only untie his hands and give him a chance, I think he will live. By Frederick Douglass. Hi, my name is Aliyah Virginia, and I'm going to be reciting an excerpt from Frederick Douglass. This struggle may be a moral one, or it may be a physical one, or it may be both, moral and physical, but it must be a struggle. Prophecy is never without a demand. It never did and never will. Find out just what any people will probably submit to, you have found out the exact measure of injustice and wrong, which will be imposed upon them. These will continue, so they are resisting with the words, or with blows, or with both. The limits of tyrants are prescribed in the drawings of whom they oppress. And the likes of these ideas, Negroes will be hunted at the north and held and fought at the south, so long as they submit to those devilish outrages and make no resistance, either moral or physical. Men may not get all they pay for in this world, but they must certainly pay for all they get. If we ever get free from the oppression and wrongs heaped upon us, we must pay for their removal. We must do this by labor, by suffering, by sacrifice, and if needs be, for our lives and the lives of others. Frederick Douglass.
My name is Makai Willard, and I am from Kusa Elementary. What is freedom? It is the right to choose one's own employment. Certainly it means that, if it means anything, that when any individual or combination of individuals undertakes to decide for any man when he shall work, where he shall work, at what he shall work, and for what he shall work, they practically reduce him to slavery. It is absolute slavery. He, the Negro, will work as readily for himself as the white man. A great many delusions have been swept away by this war, the Civil War. One was that the Negro would not work. He proved his ability to work. Another was that the Negro would not fight. This war has proved that there is a great deal of human nature in the Negro, and that he will fight, as Mr. Quincy, our president, said in earlier days than these, when there is reasonable probability of his whipping anybody. Frederick Douglass.
Hi, my name is Sydney White, and I am from Chester Upland School of the Arts, Elementary School. What on earth is the matter with the American government and people? Do they really call it their words ridicule as well as their own and social political ruling? Our presidents, governors, generals, and secretaries call it the most frantic violence for men, men, men. Send us men. They scream or the cause of the Union is gone. Though the government has at its command class in the country deeply interested in suppressing the insurrection, it sternly refuses to suffer from among the vast multitude of single men. Why does the government reject the Negro? Is he not a man? Can he not wield a sword, fire a gun, march and countermarch and obey orders like any other? We do believe that such soldiers are allowed to take up arms to defense and made to feel that they are to be recognized, persons having rights would set the highest example of order and general good behavior. To their fellow soldiers, add in every way to the national power of Frederick Douglass.
Hi, my name is Hayden Floyd and I'm from Coosa Elementary. And I will be reciting an excerpt by Frederick Douglass. What it asks for the Negro is not benevolence, not pity, not sympathy, but simply justice. The American people have always been anxious to know what they shall do with us. Everybody has asked the question and then learned to ask their earlier abolitionists, what shall we do with the Negro? I have had but one answer from the beginning. Do nothing with us. Your doing with us has already played the mission with us. If the apple were not made on the tree of their own strength, if they weren't eaten at the core, if they're early ripe and disposed to fall, let them fall. And if the Negro cannot sow its own life, let him fall also. All I ask is give a chance to stand on his own legs. Let him alone. If you see him going to school, let him alone. Don't disturb him. If you see him going to the dinner table at a hotel, let him go. If you see him going to the ballot box, let him alone. Don't disturb him. If you see him going to the workshop, just let him alone. Your interference is doing him a positive injury. And if the Negro cannot live by the line of eternal justice, the fault will not be yours. It will be his who made the Negro. Let him live or die by that. And if you only give him a chance and untie his hands, I think he will live.
Hi, my name is Josiah Green, and I will be reciting an excerpt by Frederick Douglass. I have observed this in my experience of slavery, that whenever my condition was improved, instead of its increasing my contentment, it only increased my desire to be free and set me to thinking of plans to gain my freedom. I found that to make a contented slave, it is necessary to make a lawless one. It is necessary to darken his moral and mental vision, and as far as possible, to annihilate the power of reason. He must be able to detect no inconsistencies in slavery. He must be made to feel that slavery is right, and he can be brought to that only when he ceases to be a man.
Hello, my name is Frederick, and I will be reciting a speech by Frederick Douglass. At New Bedford, where I live, there was a great revival of religion. Not long ago, many were converted and received, as they said, into the kingdom of heaven. But it seems the kingdom of heaven is like a net. Well, it was so, according to the practice of these pious Christians. And when the net was drawn ashore, they had to set down and cull out all the fish. Oh wait, I forgot. Never mind. What? At New Bedford, where I live, there was a great revival of religion. Not long ago, many were converted and received, as they said, into the kingdom of heaven. But it seems the kingdom of heaven is like a net. At least so it was, according to the practice of these pious Christians. And when the net was drawn ashore, they had to set down and cull out all the fish. Among those who experienced slavery there was a colored girl who had been baptized in the same water, so she thought she might sit at the Lord's table and partake in the same sacramental elements as the others. The deacon handed army around the cup, and when he reached the black girl, he could not pass her, for there was the minister staring right at him. And as he was a kind of abolitionist, he was rather afraid of giving him offense. So he handed the girl the cup, and she tasted it. Well, it happened that sat next to her was a young lady who had been converted at the same time, baptized in the same water, and put her trust in the same blessed Savior. Yet when the cup containing the precious blood shed for all came to her, she rose in disdain and walked out of the church. Such was the religion she had experienced.
All right, Division 3, 7th through 8th grade, please make your way to the stage, 7th and 8th grade. Come on, let's go give them that energy, come on.
Yes. Hi, I'm Brooklyn from Toby Farm Middle School, and I'm the recite of Frederick. The mind does not take its complexion from the skin. Don't let others define you just because you're different from others. Don't let them take your dignity. Live in your skin for who you are, not for others. Sometimes I wonder and ask myself, why am I black? It's the people who slaved, raised, and saved me. That's what makes me the strong, black, beautiful queen I am today. Now I know who I am and what I am. Sometimes cops arrest us. Why? Because we're black. All I can remember is, I can't breathe. All the cops could say was, stop resisting. And everything that was running through George Floyd's head was, I don't want to die. And just remember, Black history is everything.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Eli Schreiber. I am from Toby Farms Intermediate School. Today I shall recite a small but powerful speech by Frederick Douglass. What I ask of the Negro, simply justice. The American people have always been anxious to know, what shall they do with us? And I have but one answer, do nothing with us. If the apples cannot remain on the tree of their own strength, if they are willingly enter at the court, if they are illy ripe and disposed to fall, let them fall. I am not for time or fasting them in the tree in any way except by nature's way. And if the Negro cannot stand on his own two legs, let him fall also. And if the Negro cannot live by the eternal line of justice, the fault will not be yours. It will be about he who made the Negro. All I ask is give him a chance to stand, and I think he will live. Thank you.
Do we have any 9th through 12th grade individuals? All right, let's give everybody a round of applause. And it started with you guys giving them that love in the beginning. So at this time, we're going to ask Principal Medley to come up and introduce our intermission entertainment.
Good evening, everyone. Let's give all of our excellent orators another round of applause. At this time, I would like to present to some and introduce to others our very own Main Street Movers.
rolling by. Just trying to keep your head up, lifted to the sky. When you get down, just dance around like you're a child. I'll never let you get too low. Oh. You could be a butterfly, and I know God will take you far. Life can never break your soul. Every day the sun don't shine, keep it moving, keep it moving. It's up to you the way you choose it now. Keep it moving, keep it moving. Nothing's gonna take you down now. Just let it go. Life can never break your soul. There's so much to explore. I hear a big, big, big girl knocking at your door. Give him a little taste, just see if you want some more. We can be quiet like before. If you could be a butterfly, and I know God will take you far. Life can never break your soul. Every day the sun don't shine. Keep it moving, keep it moving. It's up to you to break, you choose it now. Keep it moving, keep it moving. Nothing's gonna take you down the path. Just let it go. Life can never break your soul. Trying, praying, pushing, aiming, smiling, taking it all in. Trying, praying, pushing, aiming, smiling, taking it all in. The sun don't shine bright. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. It's up to you the way you choose it now. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Nothing's gonna take you down the path. Wherever we go, I can never break your soul. Keep it moving, I can never break your soul.
Thank you, Main Street Movers. Let's give them another round of applause. Next over to the stage, we have our Main Street Choir, our Main Street Choir. Nicholas.
The taller I become, the farther you take my rights away. The faster I will run. You can deny me, you can decide to turn your face away. No matter
Give them some more love.
Thank you. Being at this program several years has been a meaningful thing for me, but tonight is no special one. We've heard from these young people in terms of their skills, their spirit, but they couldn't do it without you. This summer, I'll have the opportunity to go to Cambridge, Maryland, with the Bar Association for their annual conference. And it's interesting it's going to be in Cambridge, Maryland, because in 1963, Stokely Carmichael and some other young brothers were fighting for the end of discrimination in Cambridge, Maryland. One county over, in Wycomico County, I was born there. Great-grandfathers on both sides, Sidney Hall and Nicholas Waters, are buried there. They fought with the United States Colored Troops. And hearing these young people give their speeches today reminded me that the battle hasn't ended, but that we have some warriors. Because of you all, they're on this stage. So you all need to give yourselves a hand for supporting these people.
So all of our teachers who participated with the student, even if you're in the class down the hall, you inspired them in some kind of way. I want you guys to stay. Every teacher that helped participate with the youth up here today, because they go like, thank you so much. So at this time, do we have any announcements?
Before we have announcements, some of you teachers know that I have known you for many years. We've been in the trenches. And I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, you always do an amazing job. I don't know how to tell you how much I appreciate the work that you're doing in educating our children. I know your passion, I know your dedication, I know your skills, and that all showed up here today. So from the very bottom of my heart, I'm going to take the liberty to speak for the Chester Upland School District and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Can someone from Toby Farms come? I have certificates for all of you orators. So can a teacher or a student come from Toby Farms to take these certificates and give them to your teachers, please? Main Street. Toby Farms. Main Street. And Coosa. Is anybody from Coosa here who can take it to your teachers? Okay. Thank you. And now we'll hear who received first, second, third place for the different divisions, and we will give out our trophies.
These are all 8th graders.
All right, drum roll. When I call your name, please come up onto the stage. If they are not here, the teacher is here, we have you will come up and accept their award on their behalf, okay? All right, Division 1, 3rd place. All right. Lakina? Apple? Now get it right. Lavar. Well, you know. idea.
You can stay up on stage. Have a seat. You can stay on stage. Division 2. Third place. James Whitmore.
Abdul Sabar. Get me right, get me straight. All right, Division 2 first place is C. Showell. All right, Division 3, second place, Brooklyn. And for now, Division 3, first place, Eli. So we're gonna have to take a picture.